guys, how's everyone doing today? So it's crazy to think that we're almost at the end of 2017. It feels like we were just at the end of 2016. It's crazy to think how fast time has gone this year already, and we're nearing Oscar season. I'm very excited, and we of course have many movies to look forward to, including the blockbusters and those smaller films as well. And this is one of my favorite times of the year. We have Thanksgiving and Christmas and so many fun holiday movies. So then I thought it'd be a good idea to make a video where I can update you guys on movies that I'm really looking forward to and movies that I also think you guys will like a lot in the next couple of months. So with this list, I have 5 movies that you guys should look forward to in the rest of 2017, whether they be blockbusters, smaller movies, or Oscar movies. So without further ado, let's get started.
Number 5.
To start off this holiday list, we begin with The Greatest Showman. Now, the one thing that's interesting with The Greatest Showman is that I heard earlier reviews say this movie is actually pretty bad, which is surprising because it stars Hugh Jackman and it's also a musical. And that's kind of funny to me because Hugh Jackman in a musical just goes together so well, so I can't really imagine this movie being bad. To me, at least, this movie will be average. So I definitely expect this movie to be one to look forward to because it is around the Christmas season. And like last year with La La Land, Christmas and musicals just go together like cookies and milk. It is expected to get a lot at the box office. And this movie, I just think Hugh Jackman will be great in this role. It's about how the Ringling Brothers began their jobs and their careers in the circus, and it's just one that I am really anticipating because it's around Christmas, and like I said, musicals and Christmas are something very magical. And when Hugh Jackman is a star in a musical, just like in Les Miserables, it's something great. So I'm hoping this movie at least is enjoyable and a good musical with plenty of good songs mixed in there.
Number 4.
Here at number 4, this is a comedy on a movie that is considered a cult classic. That's right, The Disaster Artist. It is directed by and stars James Franco, and also in this movie we have Dave Franco making an appearance, as well as Seth Rogen, among many others. And this movie is expected to be very enjoyable, especially because it's a movie on a movie that was supposed to be serious, but it ended up being unintentionally bad and led to many people actually loving how hilariously stupid this movie was, and now it's a cult classic. And I just expect this movie to be so funny while also being very fun. James Franco with Dave Franco, a great brother combo, and of course the gang that they have with Seth Rogen. I love these guys. I like when they have projects like this where they make movies on movies that happened in the past. And Tommy Wiseau, that guy, I don't know what was going through his mind, so I'm interested to see how the whole thing went down and how they were able to get a budget. This is just an interesting and intriguing movie for me, and I'm very much looking forward to this one.
Number 3.
Here at number 3, Steven Spielberg returns with The Post, starring Meryl Streep and Tom Hanks. And one of the reasons why this movie is so high up on this list, and one that you guys should look forward to in the rest of 2017, is because when Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks pair up, I think it is gold. Catch Me If You Can is a classic, and Steven Spielberg's Bridge of Spies is another very good movie. I anticipate this movie to be very similar to Bridge of Spies and possibly this year's version of that. I think this movie is going to be excellent. Definitely an Oscar contender for sure. I do expect it to get nominated for Best Picture. When you have a Steven Spielberg movie that's on a subject like the releasing of the Pentagon Papers, this is going to be a very serious, a very well acted movie, and very well directed movie. One to definitely look forward to, and this is going to be a very hyped up movie, especially by the Academy and critics. I expect this movie to get plenty of great reviews. Maybe a limited release to start out. I hope I'm able to see it before New Year's, but if not, I'm fine with seeing it after 2017 and once 2018 begins, kind of like last year with the movie Silence and Patriots Day, but this one should be pretty good.
Number 2.
You guys probably thought I was going to leave these two off the list, didn't you? Nope, I never was. Never went through my mind. At number 2, obviously, It is Justice League, which is the next DC movie where we finally have the Justice League team up. I am very much anticipating this movie because Wonder Woman was one of the best superhero movies I've ever seen. I thought the movie was great and is definitely up there for my favorites of 2017 so far. I think Justice League is going to be a pretty good movie for sure. It might get a little bit hectic towards the third act because DC is known for doing that. Like in Man of Steel, people complained because that movie had such a crazy third act. I was completely fine with it. Yeah, it was a little bit over the top, but it didn't really matter that much. It's Superman. What do you expect? This guy is basically a god. And in this movie, yeah, we might see some similar things happening here, but I also think this will be a really cool movie where we finally get to see the Flash on the big screen, as well as Aquaman and Cyborg. This is one that is definitely going to have big numbers at the box office. I expect it to make over $1 billion, and it would be crazy to think it wouldn't. And this is at the perfect release, a week before Thanksgiving, and definitely can improve on the movies you've had in the past with DC, such as Man of Steel, which I thought was pretty good but not great, Batman vs. Superman, which is a fairly average to above average movie, and Suicide Squad, which I was not a huge fan of, but I'm hoping they can just erase all of their past with those movies and make this be a great one and totally badass.
Number 1.
Here at number 1, guys, what else did you expect? Number 1 is Star Wars The Last Jedi. I'd be crazy not to put this one here at the top. This was my second most anticipated movie of the year, right after Dunkirk, which was a disappointment. And you guys will hear more about my opinion on Dunkirk right when we get to New Year's. But until then, let me talk about Star Wars The Last Jedi and why I'm looking forward to this movie so much. And why, of course, you guys should be looking forward to this movie. This movie is going to get humongous numbers at the box office. I doubt it will surpass The Force Awakens, but it'll probably get to $1.5 billion, if not $2 billion at the box office. Star Wars is probably the most popular series of all time, and it shows at the box office every single time. Heck, people want to go see Episode 2, which is one of the worst movies in the Star Wars universe, but at the end of the day, Star Wars is Star Wars, and I do think this movie will be very good, hopefully better than The Force Awakens, and I hope it's not going to be just like The Empire Strikes Back, which is my main problem going into this movie. I feel like they're going to use a lot of that movie and just make it a remake, kind of like what The Force Awakens did. I'm just praying Rian Johnson goes in a different direction and has a lot of twists and turns of this movie, where we have Rey and hopefully we find out where she comes from and how she connects to Luke and what Luke has been doing in the past. I'm also interested to see Kylo Ren and his character arc, what's going to happen to him in this movie, Finn, Poe Dameron, Princess Leia. There's so much that I'm anticipating with this movie. I hope it all delivers, and this movie is going to be definitely the biggest movie of the year, and one I'm sure not only am I and all other Star Wars fans out there looking forward to, but many of you guys that might not be a big Star Wars fan, you'll probably be looking forward to this movie too, because Star Wars is Star Wars, and no matter what, everyone's going to go see this one. So this, without a doubt, is my most anticipated movie for the rest of the year, and one to definitely look forward to. I hope it delivers on all levels I could possibly think of. Alright guys, so let me know down below in the comment section if you guys are looking forward to these movies as much as I am in the rest of 2017, or if there are any other movies you guys are looking forward to the rest of this year. Let me know down below, guys. So I do plan seeing Murder on the Orient Express later on this weekend. I'm not sure when my review is going to come out for that, but hopefully within the next couple of days. If you're new to my channel, click that subscribe button and follow me on Twitter at SvenSulley and follow me on Snapchat at SvenMovies. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope you all have a fantastic day.